Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another glorious weekend in the dungeon, and today we're going for the gold in finishing Ninja Gaiden Black. I'm pretty sure, anyway. I know we saved in the last level. We just got cursed by Doku, but he's done. That's the last we see of him. We've saved the plot, and now we just need to kill a shitload of demons. So, away we go. But first, we got some early messages. We want Chili Willy, says Phil. Well, here he is. But we are playing in Moe's Tavern. Also, welcome, Phil. Great to have you. Carnivorous Giraffe says, quiz time. How is Pythagorean's theorem used in welding? Oh, you need that shit for squaring edges or calculating diagonal measurements on, like, pipe fittings and shit. Also, good morning, gang. Oh, good morning, Carnivorous. Also, welcome. Good to have you. Ah, the core. Good morning. Good morning, Alex. Good to have you all. Doku's hate continues to slowly transform Ryu. Feeling the blood of the fiends pounding in his veins, Ryu stands before the gates to the source of all evil, the core of the Imperial Palace. Carnivore says the 3-4-5 rule. Yeah, that's a much simpler way to go about it. As you can tell, I've turned off the school part of my brain. Just actually finished off my last day for the term on just this week. The break is welcome. Feels good. Wait, okay, no. I was about to say, there's those asshole fishes here. Oh, there we go. I'm a dummy. My mic was once again not left in the correct position. There we go. I knew something was wrong with my levels, and now, there we go. Everything's where it should be. Alex says, I've committed great sin. Oh, what did you do this time? Did you invoke any demons? Carnivore says, I think your mic sounds off. It did. It was in the wrong position. I've adjusted it, and I'm pretty sure we're okay. Need to adjust that too. There we go. Alex says, I've played and liked the RE3 remake. Really? Really? That is interesting to me. Now, have you played through OG3? Like, is Remake your first Resident Evil 3? Better. Good. The levels looked more proper, but always good to see that everything's just working out. You son of a bitch. Damn it, I waited too long. You know what? I don't think the Vigorian Flail's the right call here. I think this is Dabilaro time. Might even be just use some fucking Ninpo time. Phil says, boo, Alex! It didn't leave good impressions on us. But I'm interested to know what you liked about it. Oh. Well, I guess I'm good to use that. Okay. We've got some pretty okay money. So, we're going to first use that Great Devil. Get our total Ninpo refill. Oof, only got 2 of those. 5. Use 1 to make sure I don't die, because I'm nearly positive there's fish around here. Oh, that reminds me, if there's fish, I need to go right back to the, Vigorian sword jugs. Because they're the best for dealing with them. Phil says, have you played the original RE3, Alex, to set a frame of reference? That's what I'm wondering, too. Alex says, RE3 Remake is the first. I do like it thinking Capcom never made it and it's a fan-made game. Okay. Alex continues, of course I have lots of problems with it, but I liked it and it was fun to speedrun. Well, if that was your first Resident Evil 3, I could see how that, might be a possibility. And God forbid you just like something, right? If you played the original first, you might have had a bit rockier of an impression. But either way, hey, glad you liked it. 'Tis not for me. I will stick with OG all day. But I will also totally champion RE2 make and the original Resident Evil remake. These goddamn things. Though I suppose on the plus side, if I can get a decent enough chain, they're fairly good about life drops. Which also means they're fairly decent about essence. How much did that give me? That's not bad. Maybe I do two or a few more times here. Just for the next Muramasa statue. Now we can totally free roam like the entire city. Just in case we missed anything.
So, you are Ryu Hayabusa.
Oh, these guys don't usually stay alive.
Over the corpses of my Black Spider clan brethren, I was able to make it this close to the core. But I cannot go on. Though it dishonors me, I give you this.
The key.
Go to the core. You must reclaim Vigor. The equilibrium is collapsing. Master, I have failed. Forgive me.
You did all right, buddy. Not all of us can be Hayabusas. Phil says, certainly easy to speedrun. It's like an hour long. Really? Is it really that short? I mean, it is missing so much of the game, it is, but I don't know, it felt a lot longer. Maybe just because I wasn't having a good time, you know? Lord knows, playing through 6 felt like years. And even though 7 actually took me a straight-up month, it didn't feel that way. I'm pretty sure beating these guys a second time will unlock another chest for the area. Well, that one's just empty. Oh, that's it? Nothing? Well, boo-hoo-hoo. Shit. Oh well, I guess we're going back to the fish. Alex says, but here's the things I hate. Nemesis is a bum and just aura farms. There's a lot less enemies, weak guns, less gore, dark as shit. Like, yeah, you don't even need to compare it to RE, like the original for that. Like, you just compare it to RE2 make, and it's less gory, less detailed for, like, decaps and stuff. And that's like, wait, what? Why is this happening? And yeah, Nemesis spends a lot of time looking cool, but you just chump that guy every single encounter. He's just tedious. He doesn't do it for me. Especially after, Mr. X in Resident Evil 2 make. I thought he was going to be like, the standard of stalkers going forward. I was very disappointed to learn that was not the case. I did not mean to do that, but hey, they dropped an Ninpo, so it's fine. Not bad. Not bad. 16, that's about 3 Great Spirit Elixirs. Brad dies in an awfully bad way, and Nemesis becomes a monster too quickly, and was fairly squishy. Yeah, exactly. It's because they cut out like a third of the game, so, like, there's a lot more Nemesis that should be happening that isn't. I mean, there's a lot of things that should be happening that aren't. Where's my gravedigger? Where's my gravedigger? Phil says, see, you just list a lot of negatives. Even if there was no original Resident Evil 3 to compare it with, it's worse than RE2 make in every way. I find that very difficult to disagree with, Phil. 2 is better in every single way. Alex says, it's 2.5 if you try getting everything. That might be what I'm trying to remember. Of course, I could also just be conflating it with classic Resident Evil times, because we've been playing Nemesis recently. Phil says, if anything, it's this shitty third-party... It's the shitty third-party expansion. RE3 remake is Half-Life Blue Shift to Resident Evil 2 remakes Half-Life. Oh my god. Comparing Blue Shift to, like, Black Mesa? God. That is damning, is what that is. Aw, not one of you wants to drop a ninpo for me? Really would like to get that refilled. I'm pretty sure once we start getting up these stairs, you know, actually going to the core, it's just rush after rush after rush after rush. Just a gauntlet. So I want to make sure I've got enough healing items to sustain me throughout that gauntlet. 2 or 3 more runs at these fish should give me enough currency. Canary says, don't be that cruel to Blue Shift. It tried. Phil says, yeah, Blue Shift wasn't that bad. Yeah, but I see what you're getting at. Alex says, I would have loved Resident Evil 3 Remake if it was DLC for RE2 make. See, given how much of the game actually, you know, is missing, it really does just feel like it's more of an expansion pack than a game. So, yeah, I would have loved that. You could have, like, sold it in a complete package as, like, the Raccoon Chronicles or something like that. But, no! Get the hell off me! These damn things. Eat Ninpo. Of course, that Ninpo just dissolved, didn't it? Oh, wait, no, it didn't. It just flew up a little higher. Alex says, okay, part of the other one. I would have loved Resident Evil 3 Remake if it was DLC for Resident Evil 2 Make, because it's not worth the money. That's the big thing right there. It's like, so few others, but certainly some others, just kind of sit in my shelf, and I'm just pissed off that I spent money on them. Good thing I got it at a cheap price. Look, that game could be $10, and I would still feel ripped off. You wasted 2 hours of my life. I want them back. I just waste them anyway. Alex says, either way, if RE3 Remake was an indie game, it would be 7 out of 10 for me. But it's not, so rough 4 out of 10. That still seems really fair, quite honestly. Come here, you floating piece of shit. You grabastic glob of teleplasmic shit. Alright, how much money we got? Well, let's actually... I'm pretty sure the door doesn't lock behind me, so let's just find the next Muramasa statue and see how much more I need to build up. The core of the palace. Yep, just floor by floor by floor, fight, 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 fight. Phil says, I saw Resident Evil 4 Make, the game Dan hasn't beat yet, was on sale for $15 redos. Oof. Yeah, those Steam sales are a hell of a thing, aren't they? they're a beautiful thing, but, you know, after launch, of course, you could look at it on the other way of, hey, now I can gift that to somebody. With, you know, like, what I do every time I see Doom go down to, like, $2. Scan through my friends list. Who doesn't have this yet? Phil says, Capcom's got to promote the Leon games now that we're getting Old Man Leon next year. Yes. It's true. We gotta... The Leon hype train needs to build up again. He won't have much problem, though. Lol of the Frighteners ref. Hey, somebody caught it. Fucking love that movie so much. Ow. My face. Alex says, nah, that ain't Leon. That's Dooming Leon. Have you seen him? I have. They gave him his hardcore beard and, you know... Resident Evil 2 in the 90s is still canon, so dude's like 50 and he's like still every bit the action hero that Chris is. Except I don't think we're gonna see Leon disciplining a volcano. But it's still great to see that he's still throwing them suplexes around. He's got some, like, government-backed back recovery program. Punished Leon? Yeah, pretty much, Phil. All he's missing is, like, a skull of some kind. Uh-oh. Oof. Good. Better. I do not need that. There we go. Briefly forgot what the shortcut was. Alex says he can glory kill fuckers now, too. Yeah, he's really, like, breaking it out. Like, he's done nothing but train. But, you know, unlike Chris, who just lived in a gym between games, Leon was actually training. Staying limber. I suppose Chris didn't so much do much glory kills as he just punched people and they exploded because he had, like, naturally occurring berserk powers. Kniver says, have you seen any clips of Dagoth mod in Skyrim that's been making the rounds recently? It's so funny. I like me some Dagoth memes, but no, I'm not aware of the latest iteration of his memery is. What is the new mod? Phil says, saw a gif comparing Leon's roundhouse kick from Resident Evil 4 to doing the same in Resident Evil 9. But in Resident Evil 9, he launched a zombie guy into a ragdoll 20 feet. Well, that's because he's been training, strengthening himself. He never stopped putting in those hours of punching. Suplexing. DDTing. He believes he's Batman. He don't got access to money the way Wayne does, though. Alex says, also, it's a bit of a bummer that the doctor guy isn't Spencer. Or Wesker. Give the game long enough, and they'll find a way to bring Wesker back. There's no way we've seen the last of him, period. Like, I know we burned up in a volcano, and that whole game is just some kind of weird fever dream. Gunniver says, he's a companion now, and he just talks absurd shit. It's worth looking up. Oh, now that's a good idea. I never thought making Dagoth a companion. That sounds funny. It's been a hot minute since I've loaded up Skyrim as well. might have been like... yeah, at least 10 years now. I'd have to rediscover all my stacks of mods that I had it running. Because it's not proper Skyrim unless it's like flying apart at the seam with mods. Phil says, as long as Leon's still a pun machine in 9, I'm happy. Oh, I can't see him giving that up. The older he gets, that's the thing that's going to become the strongest. His ability to deliver puns and bad jokes with impeccable timing. Phil says, we don't need Wesker back. Bring in new characters. Bro, I'm with you. I'm with you, but I'm pretty confident I know what marketing would do. It's not what we want. Alex says, either way, this new game will be open world-ish. Leon finally driving a car. Or so I've heard. Huh. I wonder what that will mean for him. If it's kind of like that, maybe just some light hub world elements. But the driving would be very, very limited. Kind of like that first drive up to the Baker's Mansion in Resident Evil 7. Phil says, Leon had a car in 2. Yeah, and he destroyed it immediately. Actually, no, to be fair. No, wait, he did crash it. It was the truck that destroyed it, though. Garniver says, the fight was easier than beating a one-armed Argonian child. Trust me, I know. Another Elder Scrolls-based stuff. It's niche humor. I love it. Apparently, he hates and owns many Argonians. Oh, that's funny. See, I normally play Argonian, so I'm sure I'd hear a lot of funny shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to download that. Oh, fuck, here I am going, why isn't this working? Have you tried hitting the right button? I will take this opportunity to strike at the fish. Oh no. Oh no. One slip up is all it takes, and they're just on you. Alright. Alex says also, Phil, he still has his corny lines. Good. See, that's what I'm saying. He got older, but he kept his goofiness. That's good to know. That is so good to know. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Why are they able to chain you like this? Why would you put enemies like this in your stupid pre-final boss gauntlet? God, I think I might hate them more than Doku. Just barely. At least they have limited numbers. No treasure chest? Fine. Probably still needs the Dabilaro to push its shit in anymore. Or at all, rather. Alex says, also, to unsin myself, I've gotten Resident Evil 7 to calm my hateful soul about some of the bosses in RE3 make. Good call. Good call. 7 really was a very healing experience for me. And I think that's a great idea to wash yourself of it. Phil says, I remember when Resident Evil 4 Meg launched. I was watching reviews. The reviewers kept saying they toned down Leon's puns, and there was a more serious tone. Then the actual game we got had nines like Nighty Night Nights. Well, they probably didn't play very far into the game, you know? I mean, they are journalists after all. They probably just did that opening attack. And we're like, well, time to review the whole game. You guys should be getting stunned more. Oh. Is that now it is. So that enemy can straight up pull me through the floor. I 100% forgot about that enemy's existence. Now I'm remembering another part of why this tower climb is so tough. Apart from these godless things. There. Suck lightning, motherfucker. Alex says, for example, the first boss, if Nemesis takes you down, he will lock you in a combo. You mean he's actually effective at a point? That's a rarity for Nemesis in that game. Morning, buddy. Good morning, Brad. How you been, man? Yes, I know that door is locked. I suppose it's not so much that I forgot about the enemy, because I did fight a bunch of them outside the castle, but I didn't know they had a grapple that would pull me back to a previous part. That is diabolical. I guess we just keep bird flipping our way to victory. Shit. Can't let myself get caught. Whoa! Oh no. No, 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 no. Whew. Man, there is no Muramasa statue. Though, on the plus side, what I could do, if I don't see one on the way up, is go all the way back down. Because now, like, these sections, the door remains unlocked. So I can just rush with the occasional fish-related complications. But, you know, that's another opportunity to replenish our life, it seems to be. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, oh no, I lost the rhythm. No. Listen. We are getting a very healthy amount of essence, so if there is a statue up here, we're definitely going to be able to afford a bunch of stuff. And if there isn't, and we have to go find a statue, okay, I guess that's a quick way down. Good to know. That's annoying, because now I have to do the fish part again. Brad says, living the dream, you know how it is. How have you been? Well, I've been great, man. Just wrapped up my last day of the first term. Everything is just peachy keen. Now we're just in the midst of, oh my god, the throes of the holidays. Ah, oh, come on! This isn't going nearly as well. Goddamn fish. See, last time I ended up with so much more life. But no. Okay, we don't walk off there. We do grab that. What is this? Excellent. That's one of the more expensive ones. How many more do we have? Supplies. 1, 4. Not bad. Not bad. We could be better. But we need to clear the way. Ah, fetus walls. That's always good. Okay, so we got a couple of those. That's not so bad. Definitely go back to the heavy sword. Oh, but some of those fuckers are in here too. I see. That is going to be a problem. Nope. This is worth some ninpo. That's annoying. How many more of those do I have? Shit, that's expensive. That was the only one I was carrying. Perfect. Perfect. Oh yeah, and there would have been the life power-up that could have stopped me from having to do that. You know what? You haven't taken nearly enough ninpo. How about just, again, I just want you cleared and gone. I think that should do it. Excellent. Carnivorous says, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, get on up, it's bobsled time. I have no idea what that's from. Could be Elite Beat Agents. That was a fun little game. More fishy fish. Man, this climb. I said it was going to be tough. I said it would be tough. Not bad. Why couldn't every fish encounter go that smoothly? Phil says, what even is this game? One moment you're fighting soldiers, the next ghost fish, and now you're fighting Digimon. Ninja Gaiden is pure madness at the best of times, and that's why I love it so, so much. But yeah, I can't remember that Digimon's name, but I totally see the resemblance. Oh, good! We got one of those flashpoints. We can just go places. Kermit says, what? Cool Runnings? The movie? Oh. Oh, dude, it's been so long since I've saw Cool Runnings. This is not the right place. Okay, no. This started things incorrectly. Return to title screen. Because I did just save, and all those parts are unlocked. John Candy, the Jamaican bobsled team. Yeah, I remember the movie, but it's one of those things that I've only seen it, like, once. And I can't remember when that actually was. Probably when it was still relevant. Not usually the John Candy movie I end up going for. That's usually Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. A message is written on the plaque of the pedestal. He who wishes to pass must offer proof of his divine acceptance. Next to the message is an image of the demon. And that demon statue looks exactly like the demon statue from the NES Ninja Gaiden games. Delicious Easter egg. So what that means is we gotta survive that fight in there. But, now that we've gotten all these main boss segments unlocked and we're ready for the last endurance test, no more of this item can be carried. Oh, wow. What we are gonna do is we're gonna go back down and we're going to find a Muramasa shop, do a proper item replenish, come back up, and then do this correctly. Carnivore says, yeah, that rhyme is all I really remember. That was a movie we watched on school bus trips. It's basically part of the holiday rotation. Every travel, every time you travel, you gotta watch some Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Oh, hello. Phil says, planes and trains over Spaceballs? Ooh. Ooh. No. I do have to take Spaceballs over Planes and Trains, but that's a very, very close second. Very close second. Of course, now I want to watch both. Oh, no! Wait, you're the first door. I can't just jump back down. These things are awful. 1,000 poxes upon their creator. Incredible. Incredible. I do not wish to abandon the way of the ninja. I do wish to continue. We might not be allowed to get to Muramasa. But I must try. I can't just jump over that. There's no way for me to just jump down from here. I've got to battle my way through. Alright, fine. Come on! I mean, also, while we're just showing love for John Candy, who can't also think of Uncle Buck? That's a fun movie, too. Carnivorous says, it's tough to compare John Hughes films to Mel Brooks films. I don't think you really can. Like, they're in two wildly different leagues and worlds. Phil says, I love your movie, Young Frankenstein. Scared the hell out of me. Yeah. That was such a good part. Why don't I play Homer Simpson and you play Carl Reiner? I hate Carl Reiner. Get out of my way. Shadow and Friends says, oh no, it's the ghost of really bad seafood. Oh, it's the ghost of something. It's it's like bad mallfish come back to haunt you. Okay, we finally made it back to the bottom. Now, we must find a Muramasa statue, which will be pretty easy, actually. Because we don't need to actually do any of these fights on the way, since we've already done them at least once. Just save while I'm out here. Because God only knows what could go wrong. I mean, we both know what'll go wrong is I'll get sloppy and then just get fucked. Basically. That's the way of the ninja. Hello, everyone. Hello, Shadow and Friends. Good to have you as always. Mallfish. Yeah, it's not something you really trust. Because you just know that shit's been microwaved. Oh no. Now, the thing is, if you take too many hits, the way your animation frames work, they get an opening. So if you keep aggressing, instead of getting back in the air, they can take a chunk out of your balls. Because they're asses! Also, most any other weapon is borderline useless against them because it's not fast enough. Yes, yes, goodbye. Just push my way past you. No, those are save points. And a maze start. We don't need that. This is just right near Muramasa's shop. Perfect. Carnivorous says, I love bridges that twist and invert. It's such a cool mechanic. Yeah, I love when they do that. Like, that's one of my favorite parts about the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time. Love that twisty bridge. And how you have to, like, untwist it and then retwist it. It's just cool. I like it. Fine. I just want to have access to the shop. You chose this. Kindly get out of my goddamn way. There. Are you pleased with yourself? Alright. Stock the fuck up. Oh, what did I get? Armlet of Fortune. Sounds like something I wish I would have had. Yes, buy all of those that we can. We're maxed. Okay, so let's get some Talismans of Rebirth. Now we are completely maxed and broke. This is the way. Oh, good. They don't have to come say hello. Now, we're not concerned about essence or earning. We're just getting back to the top as fast as possible. If I don't end up getting replenished by the fish on the way up, then there's a recovery tablet I saw up there that will fill up both my life and my Ninpo. So we're set. Now the real bullshit begins. Oh no. Oh, I missed. Ah, come on. They're suddenly being... Oh, there we go. I was about to accuse them of being very stingy with their life ups, but turns out they're just being dicks. As the spineless... No, wait, we can see their spines. They are not spineless. They're just annoying. And we'll take one more opportunity to save, because never say no to that. Carnivorous Giraffe says, we got a snowstorm blowing around today, so nowhere to go, so I get to hide from the snow and watch my neighbors shovel. Looks tiring. Yeah, we had a snowstorm up where we are, too. We actually lost power for most of the morning. I wasn't sure if we were, gonna get the stream going, but it came on at, like, the last possible minute, and I was in a frenzy getting everything all turned on and ready. Phil says, those fish sure like to chomp your junk. That's their big target. I don't know why. They just like, ninja balls. Maybe it's an essential part of their diet. I suppose, yeah, especially since we're cursed. Now they're demonic ninja balls. Until we purge ourselves of the curse. Oh no. These are like some of the worst, if not the worst enemies in the totality of Ninja Gaiden. Birds are a pain in the ass, but they got nothing on these things. Carnivorous said, it's the only place to get Vitamin Ninja. Just the most undiluted source. Oh, come on, damn it! No! Oh my god. I hate these things. I hate them so much. These absolutely diabolical things. Awful. Just awful. I appreciate the eyes. Very cool. Alright, fish. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! You stun-locking heathens! God, just when you think you're getting ahead of the curve, they just mob you some more. No, we're good with the fetus room. You guys can keep them. Pretty sure this is the last stretch. Oh no! Oh no! It's happening again! Did not want to have to use that, but it beat letting one of my talismans of rebirth get consumed. Like, just by those fucking things? Again? That wouldn't be cool. That wouldn't be cool at all. Okay. We're gonna save that block, because I'm probably gonna need it after this fight. But I can use this potion, because we're maxed out. So now we'll max heal. Remax out. Alright. Now, I think we should start that fight with probably the true dragon sword. Definitely not the sword chucks. We're done with fish. At least we fucking well better be. I'm done with fish. Take that, fish! And this! Fish! Fish everywhere! Getting ready for whacking day? What's whacking day? But that's basically it, after a point. Oh, I should have just used a Ninpo instead of going for the ultimate, but whatever. Nice! Gotta love that double decap.
Servants, return from the afterlife. Take care of this puny insect, once and for all.
Well, you see, they failed the first time. They're gonna fail this time. Does not care for that. Not one goddamn bit. Uh-oh. Kara says, I don't understand. That was non-alcoholic beer. Ba-da-da-doo-ba-doo. That's one of the best parts. Why did you do that? He wanted to be astronauts. I know. Phil says, went from fighting Digimon to shove demonetized. Yeah, basically. Except we don't get to kill this one with a telefrag. We have to just old-fashioned cut this one to pieces. One more ought to do it. Okay, he's dying. I was like, did he just eat me? I was about to get super salty. Carnivorous says, I'm no ninja, but this thing looks like it needs cleansing flames. We just administered cleansing blades. And now we do the next one.
You're not as weak as I thought.
You wait till Ninja Gaiden 2 and I fucking kill you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mr. Drop. No, you don't. Don't really care for those projectiles. Now where are you sending me? Something else that needs cleansing flames? Oh, I remember you. Uh-oh. Oh, shit, he actually got me that time. Oh, that attack hurts so much. Oh, come on. That's some bullshit. Carnivorous says, and now a Shambler. We're just doing Quake now. Yeah, basically, except I don't have my trusty axe. Ah, there we go. Dragon Sword's coming in a pinch, though. Try not to consume all my healing items before the last boss.
That's it.
I should be leaning more into Ninpo use.
On personally.
Oh, now it's your time. You won't die, of course. Yeah, I got magic too, bitch. Oh, so you... immune to lightning, you say? Well, at least that Ninpo can take care of the garbage. Don't like how little windows of opportunity he's presenting. And I super don't like garbage. Infinitely spawning garbage. Be gone! Oh no! What? What do you mean, clang? He wasn't blocking. So it's gonna be like that, is it? I would accept a Talisman of Rebirth being used now. Completely empty Ninpo, low life. And it's an actual boss, not fish. Okay, now we got 2 more of those. Should be just enough for the last boss. Give us a nice comfortable margin anyway. There we go. There we go. Coward! Now we'll get the old statue from the classic games. Demon, deity of destruction. That's what demons do. They just kind of destroy. Ah, pressing the wrong action button. Oh. So we've got an opportunity. We could go back to Muramasa. There's no map available. Well, of course not. Let's see first. I don't particularly want to do that climb again, but... Is it worth it? Is it worth it? How much? What are we carrying? So we've got nothing. 4 total refills. Lots of devil stuff. Life of the Gods, but not enough. 2 Talismans of Rebirth. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm going to take one more rundown. Because why waste the opportunity? We're just going to interact. Perfect. Now, we can't go back in there, can we? Can we just use that to warp anywhere now? No? Dang. Thought it was like one of those open portals like we were able to use earlier to just kind of traverse around the game zones. But that would be too easy. Yeah, that bridge is a 100% point of no return. So we're going to take this final opportunity to return. These fish will be taking their last helping of vitamin N for Ninja. Come on! Just go away! All of you! The fish will not make it easy. Phil says Fred Flintstone's house. Yeah, that does look kind of like it, actually. That gate we just opened. It's even got mostly probably dinosaur bones for its walkway. Get out of my damn way. Okay, guys. Get the fuck out of my way. You are in the way. Move. I said move. Oh no, I got their attention. I got too many's attention. Are you serious? Jeez, at least we're getting a wallet replen on the way there. That's definitely not a bad thing. Okay, we just skipped a whole bunch, and that's awesome. Carnivorous says, I'm doing the Dragonborn DLC in Skyrim. I might be doing the best depiction of forbidden knowledge in the Lovecraftian thing. Major Bloodborne vibes in Hermesius Moraz realm. Okay. I do gotta play some Skyrim again at some point. But I suppose first, I have... God damn it! I have to, finish the Oblivion remaster. I'm not even sure if I've, like, progressed much in that game. I've done a lot of dicking around and making magic spells. That's fun. Like, I've got one spell I've made where it evaporates all the enemy's stamina, and for every point of stamina that it takes from them, it deals them a point of fire damage. So they just kind of stop moving, fall down, and cook from the inside. It's great. Of course, the only downside is you have to be close enough to touch them. But it's fun. You know, you just lightly grab their forearm and they're like... just gone. Dead. Alright, back to Muramasa's shop. Just roll them around like, you know, Ocarina of Time Link moves. Ah! Aw. Shame I couldn't catch any more on that. That would have been a pretty good earning thing. Phil says, Ome wa mu shinderu. You are already dead. I was about to say, man, I could go for a good Fist of the North Star game, and then I realized there's actually a bunch out there. I mean, there's even that silly one that's on the Switch that's like boxing. That's still fun. That's not what I was thinking of originally, though. Ah, yes, I was originally thinking I would love a Muso-styled game, Dynasty Warriors, but for the Sword of Berserk. And it has to be, like, stupid bloody, of course. 'Cause Berserk. And while I'm dreaming, I want Namco to port their old Splatterhouse remake from the Xbox 360 to PC. So I can conventionally play it again without having to rely on those. I just kind of want it on Steam at 60 FPS. Is that so wrong? Yes. All the damn healing items I can carry. Yeah, I think I made the right choice. Because I was going to afford one or the other, but not both. Of course, I am pretty sure if I just beat a couple people out here, then I'll have enough money to shore myself up on that as well. I just have to compel them to respawn. Or maybe I have to use the door to do that. Who knows? Carnivorous says, the fact that it still has the glitch that prevents you from finishing the main campaign, and it ruined 2 of my playthroughs. I still haven't been able to beat it because of the jank, so I put it away. The Oblivion remaster, I mean. That's fair. That is fair. The jank is the stuff of legends. Some believe it's the endearing part. Others, well, they have your experience. And boy, I get that. No one likes having their file just devoured by errant demons. There. Now you guys will enable me to afford that last Great Spirit Elixir. And then we can do the final climb. And now we're maxed and broke once again. This is the way. Shadow Friend says, I'm sad we lost Jeff Garcia, voice of Sheen, and Jim Ward, voice of Captain Quark. Passed away on the same day. Oh, I knew about Jim Ward. I didn't know about Jeff Garcia. Damn. Death's going for, like, a high score run or something this year. Just bonus round, taking people out. Carnivorous says, I love showing up to a quest, and the quest giver is being attacked by bears or something. Love that. Fix the fucking scripting on the skeletons and ghosts so I can beat the fucking game. That is understandable. You reminded me of a time I was watching someone play a Skyrim, and they had returned to the quest giver to, turn in the quest. But he just started sinking into the floor, just slowly, and then, we watched the NPC just kind of maintain eye contact up with us, continuing to look up as he sank, and then that was it. Once he was in the ground, he just kept sinking. Couldn't get him back. Couldn't turn in the quest. Just gone forever. Yeah, we should save. Pardon me. Okay. The last climb for real this time. Demon magic just working for gravity, keep it nice and inverse. Oh, come on! I hate them so much! At least they're okay when they have decent payouts. It's not that they don't always do. Shadow asks, Carnivorous, do you have any fresh tree leaves for us today? And Carnivorous says, I'm eating leaf extract that's been combined with butter fats and put into baked goods. I see. That sounds like some very good tea. Very good for the back. Listen, you stupid! Also good for fish anger. Oh my god! Right, no, start absorbing those. There. Shadow says, I got through the first boss in Metroid Prime 4. My habit of scanning anything and everything and blasting everything remains unchanged. That's the arc of a good Metroid Prime, or the play loop, rather. Good to see that that's still intact. Phil says, I can't wait to see what plot the last boss might have. You'll, it's interesting. Ninja Gaiden never stops being a wild friggin' ride. Yep, that's good. I love how they can stun lock half of your life away. Bastards. Absolute bastards. Phil says scanning is half the fun, Shadow. Absolutely it is. I like learning about all the flora and fauna in the game. Oh my god. Nope, that's it. You guys, eat Ninpo. Are you the last stretch anyway? Yes, you are. The gates of hell. All right. We'll get our full recovery on. Shadow says you're totally right. He's on the same page. Carnivorous says usually it's a pair of plots. True. True. But we have rescued the plot from earlier. There is, but there's still more plot to be had, I'm sure. I'm gonna save one more time because I don't trust anything. Phil says, last boss might as well be a small room with 500 fish. It basically is, though. Or at least that last gauntlet. But man, like, it's just a diabolical enemy. Terrible. Shouldn't those bones be collapsing behind me? That is what I remember. Ah, here we go. They're falling up. To hell we go. Shadow says, with so much dialogue in Metroid Prime 4, it still makes Samus a great listener because she's a hunter of few words. That's good. That's very good. Carnivorous asks, is this the last fight? Not yet, but we're close. We're very close. Shadow says, 11 days till Christmas. My god, it just creeped right up on me somehow. Like, you just go about your day, and then suddenly it's like, it's right there. Bam. Crazy. Just crazy. Peace out, flowers. Forgot how quiet this cutscene is for some reason. Yeah, I can just do that. I'm a ninja. Now we're just gonna fly a rock around like Dragon Ball Z style. I'm a ninja. Shadow says, John Cena has officially retired from wrestling today. Been a long time coming. I didn't get a chance to see his last fight. I hope they send him out on top. But with Vince McMahon, you just don't know. I still genuinely want him to, like, now that he's into acting and he's actually not bad at it, like, I would love him to make a Wolfenstein movie where he plays BJ, because he looks just fucking like him. Excellent, one down. Carnivorous says, I was expecting a set of Triple D plots right there. Fair enough. I mean, Team Ninja does build expectations. Did I seriously not use that in time? That's annoying. Oh well. What we need to do is focus on the arms. And at least trying to block. Oh, I guess you can't block so much as hope. Alex says, good grief, I thought I've lost my dang recording. PlayStation is a nasty machine and it deletes and corrupts shit. Oh no. What did you end up losing? Were you trying to, get some footage of a particular game and then it just decided absolutely the fuck not? No, you don't. Ooh, I dodged that one. Come on, bitch. Excellent. Carnivorous says, wrestlers never really retire. He'll make appearances. Oh, of course he did. I mean, the ultimate embodiment of never really retiring. Ric Flair. My God, please retire, Ric Flair, for the love of all. Shadow says, they had John Cena tap out to Gunther, but Cena wanted it that way, apparently. Okay. Well, as long as it went out on terms that he wanted. It wasn't like a Montreal screw job, we'll say. I think I actually need to get a bow out for this. Let's get the cores. Carnivorous says, John Cena could play BJ. We unfortunately live in a time that saying Nazis are bad has become controversial, so I don't expect much from Wolfenstein franchise for a bit. I've been waiting for part 3 of the modern series for a lot longer than I should have been. Oh no! I forgot how much fucking damage that does! Oh, now we're out of arrows. We've still got explosive arrows. Perfect. That's annoying. I'd better not have to use that. Or at least my last one on this. I would really like to keep one for the final battle. Out of those two. Jesus, can I use the spear gun? That seems wrong. Oh, but it's so slow. And it does so little damage, it's basically inconsequential. Yeah, that's what we should be doing. Ripping ass with Ninpo. Shadow says, was Krampus here? He might have been. Wait, nope, not explosive arrows. I want my incendiary shurikens. Carnivorous says, what is that? How would you define this monster? Evil. Evil and predominantly skulls. Too many wee ones! Oh my god! Yeah, okay, enough of that. Oh, now you want to come play on my level. Ass. Phil says, here's a deep cut for vintage internet users. Radiskull and Devil Doll is what Dan is fighting. Oh my god. That is a deep cut for a sedimentary user internets. Oh, we've relieved the curse. I forgot killing him is what relieved the curse. I thought it was destroying the Dark Dragon Blade. Ha! Skulls! My only weakness! They made him a whole other level? Lesser ninja. Don't care. Ah, yes. Now we actually have to destroy the sword. The Dark Dragon Blade. Ryu has defeated the evil Vigor Emperor, and the Dark Dragon Blade is out of the reach of the fiends. Now Ryu must quickly escape the depths before the cavern comes crashing down on him. Well, no Muramasa here, that's for damn sure. But we ought to get back on our windmill shuriken. Keep our true dragon sword going, though. Shadow says, hopefully during my PTO week of December 22nd, I can dive deep into Metroid Prime 4. That's the best part about holidays. Getting to catch up on the games that you don't otherwise have the time for. I'm looking forward to catching up on some games. Or at the very least digging into, like, I just picked up the new Terminator game. It's really, really fun. Really fun. And then, of course, I'll have the time to really dig into and, finish Kingdoms of the Dump, which is still one of the most delightful things I've played in a very long time. Shadow says, get that blade! We're right there. But, things are going to happen. Ah, the plot! Oh, shit. Right, I gotta get a move on, because she, like, dies if I don't go quickly. Carnivore says, I heard that the new Terminator game is real good. It is. It really is. It's exactly the kind of Terminator game someone as old as me has wanted since the 90s. It's like you distilled all the best parts of the console ports before then and made an even better game out of it. Because there's elements and Easter eggs from all manner of the other older games. Like I've found enemies from the arcade game, stage nods to the NES game. It just goes crazy. Blade even looks like Shadow the Hedgehog, Phil says. It does. It does. Crap. I don't. Do we just jump at her? That doesn't seem right. You see, that was not the right move. Never says, oh man, look out, plot! She's coming to save us. Shadow says, the video game awards were a wash, even though I didn't watch, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds was robbed of its award to Mario Kart. Yeah, it sure, it did lose to it. I've heard a lot of people saying that they do like Cross Worlds better than Mario Kart. Phil says, lol, Mario Kart World is better. Well, one's a little bit easier for me to get at. Because it doesn't cost Switch 2 money yet. Carnivorous says, I watched some of the VGA. Was hoping for Helldivers 2 to win stuff. That would have been nice. Listen, Ryu. Stop being so fucking slimy. Would you stop and just get on the stupid platform? Phil says, the best thing about the Video Game Awards was Kojima not winning anything. I am inclined to agree. I would not have been thrilled if the show was just another Let's Glaze Kojima for Hours fest. It's not that way. Oh, I see the other platform. I missed. I missed. We'll get it next time. Shadow says, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is affordable and has a very clean graphics and very large multiplayer lobbies. That's a pretty selling. I mean, it can't help that Mario Kart I also need to buy a whole other system to play it. Whereas I could just grab Cross Worlds now and probably even play it on my Steam Deck perfectly cromulently. Plus, I actually really, really love classic Sega, so I know there'd be a ton of Easter eggs for me. And it says, lol, you've had enough, Kojima. Phil says, actually, the best part of the Video Game Awards was the chat's total meltdown for Half-Life 3. Yes! That was so good. I couldn't believe anybody really thought that was coming. But the meltdown was off the charts. I enjoyed every minute of that. Stop displaying the karma. We don't need that yet. Canary says, yes, that was hilarious. It was very, very enjoyable to watch. Shadow says, I haven't played any of the Half-Life games. I think you're missing out. If you like first-person games in any way, you should check out Half-Life. Phil says, I'm saying this as someone who also wants Half-Life 3, but the chat was completely insane. It was just completely unhinged. You're right, Phil. Phil says, no better time to start than today, especially with Black Mesa being an option. Absolutely. Black Mesa's fantastic. Great way to experience the original Half-Life. And you know, it works pretty great on deck. So the requirements are low enough that you generally don't have to worry. Get up there, Mr. Ninja. It looks like they're clapping. Just applauding the catch. Shadow says, if you do get Crossworlds, maybe I could race with you one day. Game is cross-platform. I'd be totally down with that. I would offer that as one of the cross-play options for if I ever end up playing with my viewers, which I will at some point. But anything cross-platform that's in my library is generally on the table. Cross-platform has to be the thing, though. To get as many people as possibly in.
Don't you see? The Dark Dragon is now truly an evil blade. His Excellency, the Dark Disciple, has been waiting for this very moment.
You've done well, Gamoth.
Huh?
And that's the end of him. Carnivorous says, it's worth it just for historical purpose if you're a video game fan. Half-Life, I mean. Absolutely true. Oh, look, it was my tutor from the beginning of the game. He betrayed me the whole time.
No objections, I presume.
Shadow says, if Half-Life is on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, then maybe. That's a good question, because you know what? You might be able to. What you would have to check out in that case, Shadow, would be the orange box. That's got Half-Life 2 in it. And I know that was at least on Xbox 360. Carnivorous says, wait, what was pulling them up? Weather balloons. You know, like the 60s Spider-Man? Where he's shooting webs above the tallest buildings and they're hitting something, allowing him to swing around the city. It's gotta be weather balloons. That's what I always thought. Those thought I would also recommend the original Half-Life 1. Black Mesa might be more appealing to newcomers. Yeah, any way you can get it, though. No, you don't. Phil says, plot! Coming to the rescue. Shadow says, gotta love the voice acting and script reading. Oh, it's top notch. I love it. Doku. First try. Phil says, yeah, Orange Box might still be on Xbox. It might be worth checking out. Because, I mean, they still have their 360 software, or at least lots of it, as part of Game Pass, so you might get lucky and strike it there. Spacrash! The sword is dead. Shadow says, damn, I'm technically a newcomer, Phil. We'll get you there. This ending is such nonsense. I struggled more with the fish than I did with any boss.
It's over.
It's over. Time for me to become a bird and fuck off. You thought I was making that up. No. That's actually what happens. It's over! Carnivorous says, there was an old PlayStation 2 port of Half-Life I always wanted to try. Not many console versions of original Half-Life exist. That's true. Wasn't there also... Wait, no, that was a fan-made one, I think. But I seem to remember Half-Life also existing on the Dreamcast. Either that or it was existing and then it got cancelled and then they continued and finished it or something like that. Something like that. Alex says, on an RE3 speedrun, and oh boy, I'm dying because of my own greed. That's the #1 run ending to any speedrun. Phil says, you can only play Black Mesa and Half-Life 1 on Steam, though. Unless you want to dust off a PS2 for the Half-Life 1 PS2 port. Phil's also like, wait, that was the last boss? He was easier than Fish, like I was saying, man. The fish were the biggest menace, the most diabolical part. Shadow says, man, I was starting to like that sword. Yeah, but at least on repeat wraparounds, you can have the sword to use. And it's fun. Carnivorous' bird power would have been helpful, Ryu. It would have been, but it weren't. It's like, why didn't they just fly the rings into the Mordor? Into the Mordor. Why did they not just fly the rings to Mount Doom? There we go. I knew if I tried again, I'd get it. I remember that dragon. I got a total flawless victory on him. He didn't even touch me. Phil says there was a Dreamcast port, but it was cancelled and became Blue Shift. Oh, okay. So I knew it was there in some kind of capacity, and fans have done pretty wild things. Like, they've ported the PC versions of Doom and Quake and all kinds of other shit that just runs on the Dreamcast. And I suppose, why not? Since it's running off of, some version of Windows 98 architecture, that's gotta make at least some of this porting stuff easy, if not possible. Of course, now you can emulate anything on anything. Technology's just gotten completely out of hand. Ah, yes, the plot rescue. Definitely gotta have that. Carnivorous asks, what's New Game Plus give you? Oh, it's just your endgame gear and all your upgrades and stuff. So, nothing too exciting, but more cathartic than anything else. Because, you have all those weapons, and then you can just rip ass the whole time. The Dark Dragon Blade's okay, but, honestly, it's better to just get the unlabored flawlessness, work up that wooden katana. Oh, is there more? No? Ashes? No, there is more. Okay. Ah, yes, we have to return the dragon tear or true eye or whatever the fuck it is. Carnivorous says, dominating early game enemies with end game gear is always a blast. It's the most satisfying thing. It's just like Elden Ring players, very first thing, they're just like, hey, Tree Sentinel! How about it? Phil doing exactly, hey, Tree Sentinel. Exactly what I was thinking of. Oh, now I'm a bird again. Magic bird powers. first try and Master Ninja over those fish, which were just giving me unbelievable grief. Well, that wraps Ninja Gaiden Black. What time do we got here? No, it's not early enough to break yet. I think, what can we do in the meantime? You know what? Let's load up some Doom and just see what kind of random mods we can pull. I love doing segments like that. Give me a quick second, and I'll be back with shotguns and demons and random fun. Be back in a sec, everybody.